All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. It is MLM Monday, so it's time for another network marketing tip. This one is all about prospecting strangers. How do you do a 3-foot rule? How do you prospect a sharp-looking stranger that you might notice at the mall or at the gas station or, out in the park while you're walking your dog? How do you approach people without looking kind of weird? All right, and so there's actually a 4-step process. Now, before I get into those 4 steps, if you love my blog, if you like my content, if you like my videos, then I invite you to do 1 or 2, or I guess 3 simple things. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Actually, it's 4 things. Like, subscribe, share, and comment is an easy way and a simple way for you to support my blog and my channel for free. So I invite you to do those 4 things, and I'll give you these 4 steps. When you prospect strangers, one thing before I even get into it, don't go out to prospect. Prospect while you are out. So what I mean by is don't schedule time from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock after lunch hour. I'm going to go prospect some people. Don't do that. What I invite you to do is that while you're out pumping gas, if you're waiting for a gas pump and you see someone that's sharp, talk to them. If you're out at the mall, talk to them. If you're grocery shopping and you see someone sharp, talk to them. Whatever you want to do, but do it while you're out and living your life. That is the best way to prospect for your network marketing business. All right, and so what's the first step? The first step is you approach someone and you compliment them. All right, they might have a sharp pair of shoes on, they might have an amazing watch, and say, that's an awesome watch, where'd you get that? Compliment them, introduce yourself. All right, when you compliment someone, by the way, the moment when you compliment someone, if they respond in a positive manner, then keep the conversation going. But if they respond in a negative manner, then you don't want them on your team and don't continue prospecting them. All right. If they are negative, if they're having a bad day, if they are responsive to you, they've just failed the first test. They do not qualify for your time, and move on to the next person. All right. Then make a little bit of small talk, not too much. You're just passing by the park, you're talking about their dog, whatever the case may be. And then you kind of look at your watch or look at your phone and do a break. By the way, small talk is step number 2. All sorts of noise here. I'll talk a little bit louder. Step number 3 is breaking communication. Look at your phone, look at your watch, do whatever you need to do, and just kind of say, gotta get going, gotta get a phone call, got an appointment to get to, but you gotta get going. And then once you establish that breaking communication, step 4 is give them a qualifying question. Are you at all open to making to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? I always kind of give them an out when they're doing this or when you're asking the question. Just throwing this out there, it's not for everyone, but would you be at all open to creating some extra income if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? Would you be, just throwing it out there, it's not a fit for everyone. Are you at all open to creating any income outside of being a mechanic? If you found out that he is or she is a mechanic, you found out what they do for a living, kind of give that breaking communication, then that qualifying question. So the 4 steps once again. 1, open it up with a compliment. If they are responsive, then keep on going with the conversation. If they're not, then stop the conversation. You don't want them on your team and they don't qualify. 2, a little bit of small talk. Not too much that you're so weird. And by the way, if you need some help with the small talk part, read a book that you've probably heard of. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a super popular book. If you go to the bookstore, it actually might even be on a PDF somewhere for free. All right, so go ahead and get that book. Number 3, what's number 3? Oh, breaking communication. Breaking communication is important, and you establish that before they ask you, what is it, all right? Are you at all, and then number 4, are you at all open to the qualifying question, are you at all open to creating any income outside of being a mechanic? They're going to say, what is it? Say, I'd love to tell you, but I got to get on this phone call, so I got to get going. I promise you, I'll get you some information if you want me to follow up with you. What's your phone number? And so that breaking communication is really important to establish before they ask, what is it? You need an excuse to get off the phone, or not off the phone, but to get onto the phone or get going so that you can answer their questions and you can send them some information. So I trust you got some great value out of this. What I invite you to do is this: like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, go over to my blog. It's KennySantos.com. You put your name and email in, you're going to get an awesome audio on growing your business. And remember this, every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles. We only got to do 2 things about that. We got to recognize those miracles, and you can see it in the sun. And then, of course, once you recognize those miracles, you got to accept those miracles. All right, take care and create a great day.